everybody, back with a new episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Last episode, everything kind of popped off and Skye and Raina evolved, I guess. That's what Raina has always compared it to. Unfortunately, Truth was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He tried to help, but he's not one of the special people that can survive that, and he just turned to dust, and I'm very upset about that. Thankfully, Mac got released from whatever was possessing him, so we have him, and everyone else is okay, I think. I don't know exactly what happened to Raina and Skye. Skye Daisy, which is her name we know now, and her dad is Cal. But I don't think whatever they're changing into is the same, because Raina was having something happen to her and Skye just was looking like a badass. So I'm very curious to see of what everything is looking like as we get back into it, with this episode being called Aftershocks. I'm sure we're going to get into the aftermath of just what went down. We know that Ward went off with Agent 33. Shockingly, Skye didn't come running back into his arms after he introduced her to her father. So I wonder what his new scheme is going to be. And for that matter, what Cal's going to do. Because Coulson killed Whitehall, which is great. But I'm sure some other head of Hydra is going to rise up like it always does. Yeah, so I'm excited to just, get reintroduced back into it and see what has changed. We know that there is another obelisk and someone with no eyes has it. I'm guessing the event that's supposed to happen where Cal thinks that he and Skye are going to go live in the afterworld together is something to do if they all come together. Because having the obelisk and putting it in that place changed them, but it didn't blow up everything or anything like that. So there's still more things to come. And yeah, let's get back into it. You're him. Skye's mom.
I'll show you the way. Go ahead, let it out.
Without your warmth to guide them through their transformation, these poor souls,
They would be lost.
Oh, Skye. How you doing?
He was trying to save me.
He may have saved all of us.
Because he kicked it?
The obelisk triggered a massive earthquake. Imagine how much worse it could have been if he hadn't
Oh.
died a hero.
He did.
She has a team documenting whatever they can in the tunnels.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Oh, come
still
on.
going with no electricity.
Be careful with that.
Oh.
It's a miracle you're still alive.
Well,
Did you find Raina's body?
body?
We failed.
Skye, don't say that.
It wasn't because of Hydra, it was because of me.
Don't
No.
blame yourself. We did not fail. Trip prevented a disaster, and Whitehall's dead. We cut off the head, and while Hydra scrambles for a new one, I will crush them.
Shit.
Whomever can remove S.H.I.E.L.D. from the landscape permanently will win Whitehall's position. Does that sound
It's
fair?
never gonna happen. Raina? Damn. Raina, why?
I know what you're going to say.
Really? You know what it's like to lose control? To be trapped inside your own body and unable to tell it what to do? To watch yourself hurt the people that you care about?
Yeah, I think he does.
Yeah.
I'm a little on the edge, Edison.
Understandable.
You keep myself busy.
She was covered in thorns. It's hard to comprehend.
Thorns.
I shot her a few times.
Good.
But not a fatal hit, it seems.
We have enough boots on the ground in Puerto Rico to hunt down Raina. Come home, Gemma.
Yay.
Gather everyone. We're going after Hydra now.
Now?
Hydra forced our hand, and now Coulson plans to force theirs.
Did Hydra force our hand?
Calm down, man.
Repeatedly, but we have a
Or
chance.
did we have them detailed plans and the location of that city?
Hydra took them when they took Skye.
You just give your orders no matter how cracked out they are.
Mac, you do well to remember your rank right now.
Really? Rank at a time like this? Why didn't you show
Not
rank?
helping.
Guys, we're not ready to take on Hydra right now. Tensions are too high.
Anything. We can leave something on the plane.
Oh, she was doing that?
I'll trade him to you to add to your collection. All I ask is your assistance in handling
remaining Hydra forces. I understand the idea, Coulson, and in this case, I'm not against it.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we got some cooperation.
There are security leaks everywhere. And with Whitehall dead, Bakshi may be even more valuable.
Yeah, you hear that?
But without Talbot in our corner.
I know. Without him, we'll never have a chance to get the upper.
This better not be Talbot.
I count 4 left. You know what that means?
Not really.
I mean, she's got it.
That's what it means. It means I'm gonna do that.
Good to know. I underestimated how desperate they must be if you're this important to them now.
Oh! Ah!
No! They'll never take us alive!
They'll never take us alive. What?
Who do you take orders from?
I guess I take orders from you now, sir.
No way. What are we doing? What are we doing? That was elaborate if that was a setup.
Bakshi has a flair for the dramatic. Let's just hope he bought ours.
Yeah, that was very dramatic.
Whoa, what the hell? Sorry, I like you. But once you make contact, my orders were to take you out. Why?
You don't like him.
Police don't want you, Whitehall, or your phone a friend to get in their way. Sorry about this.
Oh, wait.
What accent are you doing?
Or truthful, whatever you're being paid.
You've helped plenty of people with powers. It's part of the world that we live in.
Yeah.
A plague, Skye. All
No.
of it. It only ever brings us death. Johnny Girl, Chan Ho Yen, Creole.
Don't say this to her.
Not the Avengers.
The Avengers wouldn't be necessary if we hadn't unleashed alien horrors.
There must be another.
Trip was in fragments.
Oh.
I'll check these samples and compare them to samples of your blood we have from before, just to be safe.
It's gonna be different.
I'm sorry you didn't find your way to the temple. You didn't get to.
No, she did.
Oh, I evolved.
What the hell have I become?
You always did like flowers.
Oh, you know what? That's true.
And it's your fault.
The bitch took what was mine!
It just showed you what you really are, Raina.
Have our disappointments.
I can't live as this repulsive creature.
Seems like this was a punishment.
I don't.
Would you just tell her to kill herself?
Everyone's just raw.
Yeah.
Broken up over Trip.
Plus, you and Mac have that secret to keep under wraps.
This again?
Well,
Oh, now Mac's in on it. You're relentless.
Mac does know. What is
We're in a
it?
support group. Okay. See, this is the reason I didn't tell you.
But this is actually healthy, like emotionally healthy, and that's
Yeah.
not a phrase I never thought I'd use to describe you.
Is that all it is?
Losing Trip. Brought back a lot of hard memories.
Promise.
But I hope it didn't blow my chance to work on Lola one day.
After that little RC version you built for me, I'm genuinely considering it.
Hey.
Although I couldn't figure out how to make it fly.
It doesn't.
I do think we're out of a matter we should consider.
You want to put Raina down, Agent Simmons?
If they have to, it may not be the worst thing.
Okay, but Raina is just the tip of the iceberg. You can't have this kind of ideology in this kind of world.
A power play.
Raina, no! It doesn't have to be this way.
Texture vital to watch.
Oh, he
Temperature
knows.
vitals at the time of the temple collapse. Your heart rate was recorded at almost 300 BPM.
That is a lot.
That's inhuman.
Ooh, interesting choice of words there.
Thought the readings were a mistake that I put the thing together wrong. And how we found you? Basically unharmed in the collapse, with destruction all around you.
Oh, she can't control it either.
You caused it.
No, that's not true.
Raina wasn't the only one changed in there. I'm pretty sure the DNA results are running right now. I'm going to confirm that there's nothing wrong with the data.
She didn't cause it, though.
There's something wrong with you.
Don't say that.
For Coulson, Trip was the embodiment of the principles he wants S.H.I.E.L.D. to be built on.
Oh. Is he about to get them all? Oh, shit. Nice. Oh, y'all are all fucked. Bye, bitches. Coulson with the moves. Him too. Him fucking too.
He knows you too well.
He couldn't get to us. So we had to slaughter each other.
Fortunately for you, we already promised you to Talbot.
Come on. Whatever. You're lucky.
Six.
Fetch from the class again. She's cleaning up with this. Sorry, it was my fault. I knocked over the lamp.
You're covering. Oh. Everybody is
Exactly.
raw, like they said, but they come around.
My God.
I'm gonna call Coulson. He can use the good news.
Wow.
All right?
What with the way Simmons is acting? For now, we should just keep it between us.
Simmons is a problem right now.
Keep you safe.
Oh. Oh.
There's something very wrong with me.
No, not wrong, just different.
You're just different now.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, Raina, don't. Don't get black cop. Gordon. Gag. Make her fly, Mac. Now what now?
I have visual confirmation. Fury's toolbox is locked in Coulson's office.
Oh my God.
Blueprints in the base. We're gonna laugh a lot less. That's for sure.
For a lot of reasons. But Trip, you will be missed. This show is relentless. I thought we were gonna, kind of cool off and regroup and recenter, and no, the engines are still fucking firing. I thought that Bobby's story was a little too cutesy. I mean, it would have been nice if that was the case, but I didn't feel like it felt like what she and Mac had been talking about previously, so it just didn't feel right. But I guess that is right, because they are not just in therapy together in group. This is something else. I guess I don't blame them for not completely trusting Coulson, but who are they working for? Is this their own thing after the Hydra thing came out in S.H.I.E.L.D.? Please tell me they're not fucking Hydra. I just can't believe that. But they are running something, and I'm not happy about it. Using the Lola miniature in this way. I thought that was him really wanting to work on Lola. But no. Oh my God. Well, so much happened. Okay, so yes, tensions are high. Everyone is a raw nerve because they lost Trip, and I love to feel the weight of that. I love that everyone is feeling down about that, because Trip was a big part of this gang, and I love that everyone loved him. Coulson showing up to his mom's really got me. I love that he did that, and we got to see the Howling Commandos. That was touching and also devastating. But I'm glad that they did that. But everyone lashed out in a lot of ways. The most concerning, I think, is Simmons. She's like, eradicate them all. Girl, not in this world. There are too many other entities, and you kind of just have to make your peace with that. But Skye, I'm going to call her Skye until she calls herself Daisy. Because I know we saw Cal here, and he was like, Daisy, Daisy, Daisy. But if she starts calling herself Daisy, I'll call her Daisy. But if she wants to stay hidden because of what she heard Simmons say, I don't blame her. And the fact that Fitz lashed out, but then also came and helped her and changed the blood and is keeping her secret is big, because he heard Simmons and he's worried about her outlook right now. And oh my God, I didn't see any of this coming. But Skye has powers. It seems like when she gets really upset, she starts moving things, which is quite different than Raina. Raina is thorny, and she's not happy about it. She thought she was going to be angelic, but you know, you kind of reap what you sow here. You were willing to do anything to become this, and now you have it, and you don't like it, and you have no friends. Well, I say that, but she has Gordon, who we saw Skye's mom working with. Okay. I don't know if any of these people are Kree, but I will say when Fitz said Inhuman, that did make me think a little bit. I know Marvel did not have control of the X-Men at this point, and I know that they were going to do the Inhumans. They even did a television show that apparently was really bad. I heard it was really bad. But is that what all these people are? Inhumans? That may be completely wrong, but when he said that, it made something go ding in my head. We'll see. I still don't know how the Kree fit into all of this, but that was an interesting term to use by Fitz. Because otherwise I'd be like, are these mutants? But they couldn't be at this point. Because everybody's got different powers and everything, and I don't want Skye to be afraid of it, and I don't want her to feel like she's wrong. And I was really happy when Fitz was like, no, you're just different, because that's what I was saying too. And I want her to find the strength in this. Like, this can be an amazing thing. It doesn't have to be bad. And I hope Simmons can understand that once she figures it out. I know she was looking at the tablet or whatever, and I feel like she might eventually figure it out, but she's got to cool off too. Mac went off at Coulson, and now I have to think of that differently, because now we know he's running something with Bobby. But I guess I understand, because what they have witnessed with Coulson up to this point is not everything he actually is. Like, or they don't know the full scope of what was happening with him with the GH325 and how that was affecting him and how that is not a problem anymore. I still don't know if they feel like he's as good as I know him to be right now. So I guess I don't have a problem with them questioning him. But what are they running? And she didn't even tell Hunter. So I just don't want it to be something bad. I just want it to be like something where they're trying to make sure this is okay, which I don't have a problem with that. But please don't be Hydra, for the love of God. Cal sucks. He could have at least taken Raina in. I mean, she's not the best either. But telling her to go kill herself is you're the worst. You're just so upset you didn't get your revenge in your perfect moment with your daughter. Get over it. He's going to regroup and do something else. Come at her in a different way. And so what Trip did was like an amazing thing, because you know, it's in the last episode, it seemed like, well, if he hadn't have done that, he wouldn't have killed himself he wouldn't have made it where it like went into him. But it's good that he did, because if he hadn't, like, the earthquake would have been way worse. So he truly went out a hero, even if that wasn't the case. He went in there trying to save Skye, or you know, be the hero that he is. And I'm just glad that everyone knows that. And I love them all, like, telling Trip stories there at the end and knowing that it will be different with him not being around. Love that. Okay, so Talbot got, what is his name? Bosch? Whatever. They didn't kill him. I would have been fine if they killed him, but I understand they had that deal with Talbot. And Talbot seems like an all right guy to have on the inside of the government. But wow, at that plan. You know, I thought Coulson was acting rashly, going after Hydra so suddenly after, you know, basically everything just going down. But their elaborate ass plan worked. They staged a wreck, a whole fight sequence. And I thought when Coulson was like, they'll never, what did he say? They'll never get me to talk, or they'll never take, so whatever. I was like, what does that mean? And I was like, oh, that was all staged. And of course, a part of the staging is, May being a badass. Of course, you gotta have that in there. And then Hunter with his accent. They took out all of those board members of Hydra. So I feel like Hydra's off the table for the time being. I mean, you cut off a lot of heads. I don't know if there's still more to be grown, or are we moving on from Hydra? I don't know. Is the real threat now Bobby and Mac? I hope not. I mean, we still have Skye's dad. And we still have... Gordon, is he someone that... I mean, he took in Raina, which I guess is fine. And he was, you know, taken in by Skye's mother. So I don't necessarily think he's got to be a bad guy. But I also don't know what to think of him. So... my goodness, that was a lot. Everybody kind of just dealing with things in vastly different ways, but grieving Trip was just at the forefront here, and everyone, once they had cooler heads, it pretty much went the right way, except for whatever Mac and Bobby are doing. And then Gemma. She is on a kick right now, and I hope she and Skye never have issues. I don't want Skye to feel like she has to hide herself, but they got some stuff to figure out. And she has stuff to figure out about herself, what her powers can be, and can she control them at all? Not just when she's like freaking out, but like, can she use them to her advantage? I hope so. And it's just curious that the way she evolved is completely different than what happened with Raina. There's no hiding what Raina is. But it may just be who you are presenting externally. And that's on her if that's the case. But I hate that Skye blames herself for what happened. Everyone was acting in the way they thought was right. And it went badly. But, I mean, y'all just took out a bunch of Hydra. And I love Coulson breaking that down for Skye, telling her, hey, we got a lot of wins out of that. I know you're looking at the bad stuff that happened, and we did lose a valued member. But you can't let that, like, you know, eat you up. You got to move forward. And boy, did they. They took some real big shots. So now what? Now what? Is Hydra even on the table anymore? And, you know, of course, we've got like Agent 33 and Ward out there somewhere doing something. So many threats are still on the board. But this was, a lot happened. I was so shocked. I was gagged, actually, by all of those Hydra people just being taken out systematically. Beautiful. So I love this episode, actually. And I loved Fitz here. He was so great. Being what Skye needed. And I'm worried about Mac and Bobby. And I miss Trip. So yeah, this was really, really good. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back soon.